So we're gonna start right now. We're gonna start for maybe a 15-20 minutes presentation from a deck. And at the end, I'm gonna show a presentation from the platform, a live platform. So a real demo, what's going on with the equipment and what type of information you can have. So who I am exactly, my name is Rick Leduc. I am based in Montreal, Canada. I have more than 15 years of experience in telecommunication. I studied electrical engineering, and I have a business bachelor degree. I have a master in cloud computing and engineering. I'm just finishing my PhD in IoT. I'm responsible for everything in IoT for North America related with commercial, and I'm helping people in the technical side from LATAM at the same time. So my main role is to bring new solution on the market for IoT with the CxC SIM card, the asset tracking, fleet, wireless backup router, and some other solution in the same time could be for anything related with IoT. So who are we exactly? We are Convergia. Our headquarters is based in Montreal, and we have more than 150 points of presence with a global coverage. We are everywhere in North and South America. We're talking about Canada, Mexico, USA, Brazil, Uruguay, Peru, and we have 13 offices between America and Europe. So we have more than 500 Pan-American employees, and we are related with Future Electronic. This is our sister company. So what is the solution? So globally, Convergia Smart Asset Tracking, it's a solution related with an enterprise grade solution. We're talking about, I think it's even better if you can see it. So this is the size of the solution. Globally, it's 3 inches by 1 by 1. And we have a battery inside. We configure the device to have 1 communication per day. It's like an event configuration. And with that type of configuration, you have a battery life of 8 years. The good thing is, since if you ever see my first webinar about the connectivity by Convergia, we have SIM card. We have our own SIM card who can have a full wireless coverage. So the same SIM card can work in Canada, USA, and Mexico for that type of solution. So at the end, it's not a vertical solution, it's an horizontal solution. So you can play with many different type of use cases. I will discuss about it. Could be something with geolocation, but sensors and information like temperature or lumens. And all that solution has been supported by Convergia. So we're talking about 24/7, and you have people in French, English, and Spanish for supporting you anywhere you are, from Canada to Argentina. So what is the solution exactly? So we're using an LP1 module, a CAT-M, or NB-IoT module. We have the same module in that device with a global SIM card. With that global SIM card, we can have the GPS and cell tower location. Good information to know, it's normally the GPS don't work really well inside a building. That's why we can have the cell tower location to give an approximation of the location. Not precise as the GPS, but you can know exactly in what area is your device. You have the sensor information. On the sensor, we have humidity, temperature, lumens, as I say. We have an accelerometer, so the G-force sensors, pressure, and this one. Pressure and GPS, location, geolocation. It's an IP67 device. What does that mean exactly? It's dust proof, and you can put it, IP67 means you can put it under the water until 1 meter for 30 minutes. So technically, you can splash it, you can put it directly on your pool for 1 meter, so 3 feet. And this device is guaranteed, so it's been tested for that. So this is the type of ruggedized solution. So you're talking about put it outside under the rain, it's not a problem. In the desert with the sand, it's not a problem. It's working at -40 Celsius to more than 80 Celsius. So you can put it in northern Canada or even in Las Vegas and the device is gonna still work. It's working to work outside. It's a ruggedized device. So as I say, we have many type of information. This is included on the device. So lumen sensors, as I say, so measure the light. G-force, that's mean acceleration, deceleration. We have the geofencing. This is related with the GPS location, so you can know exactly through an alarm if you're going in or out geofence. Temperature sensor, humidity, impact sensor, that's related with the G-force, with the deceleration, and finally the GPS. We build our own platform with solutions. Since for the IoT, we have many type of, as you know, in the IoT, we have many information. Everything came from the sensors. After we need to go to a gateway, the gateway you need to send it through a network, to a SIM card, to a dashboard. And this is the dashboard. So what we need to do, it's with our team, call it the CxC IoT App Factory platform, we build our own application. So with our own network and that hardware solution with the gateway and the sensors, we have all the information put in the same place. So this, since we own that platform, it's a lot easier to make modification on a request, since we have our own team of integrator to put all details on the cloud as a dashboard, but as an AI too in the same time. So this is an example of the information we receive. So we have, as you see in the left corner, the light. So it's the lux. We're measuring the lumens, the pressure in kilopascal, and the impact. As you can see, the pressure can move and you have all the information. This is visual information, but you have the reports in the same time to know exactly what's going on. Same thing with the battery life. So as you see, can peak of information, that's related with a charge been used to send information related to with the sensors. So more consumption related with the number of ping or send information you send with the device. So we're talking now the CxC IoT App Factory platform. This is an option to see the history. What happened? Where did you go? So if you can see all, it's not just a report, it's a visualization tool. So you can see this equipment, that person, that package, that delivery truck go to that place and know exactly where they are. If you want to follow it, like because it's an expensive equipment, you want to know if someone use it. Anytime you have the tool to know exactly where they are and when they have the communication related with. Typical market, that's really interesting. So this is an asset tracking, yes, for geolocation purposes. But we're talking about not only that, as a typical market, I have some customers is using that not at all with the geo capabilities, but the temperature monitoring. They want to follow up information from food and truck. So if you have an issue with a reefer, you can have an information right away with the device. So it said the temperature is going below a threshold or higher than the threshold, send an alarm. You can inform the trucker or the dispatch we have an issue. Same thing with humidity. Sometimes you have food or even pharmaceutical equipment need to have a control of humidity movement. Let's say you have some tools not supposed to move in the night. As soon as you have a movement, you can know something's happening, not supposed to be. Acceleration, deceleration. You're following an equipment, and right now you see harsh braking. So that could be a serious issue from the driver, or you have an accident or something, so you can have information even before the driver is calling you. Lumens. A typical use case for lumens, it's one of my customers ask it, is put it in a truck, and as soon as someone opened the door, you can see the lumens detect light, some photons, so they can know someone opened the door. It's not even a close contact, it's based on the light. So this is type of solution in the market related with that equipment. So as you see, you can touch many different type of market with that, not just the GPS location, but the information from that sensor. So it's really an IoT solution, not just for mobility, but to access information. So now let me go to the platform directly, so you can see hands-on what is it exactly. Give me a second. I'm now sharing my screen with our web platform portal. This is a live portal, and I'm going to connect to it. So as you see, we have devices between Canada, here in Montreal, US, and Mexico. This is using the same SIM card. You don't have to manage different type of SIM card. And this is live information from our team. So it's different people in US, Canada, and Mexico, and they have the equipment with them. So right now I'm going to click just on one to know what's going on exactly. So we have one equipment here. And we can know exactly what's going on. So this one is, we have the name of the device, the location, the long lat, the time, the last communication, humidity, temperature, pressure, signal strength. So let's say I want to have more information about just the dashboard. I'm connecting right now in the dashboard to have more information on what's going on. It's always in presentation you have that type of thing. Give me a second. I need to reconnect. So as you see right now, we have the temperature as a dashboard. So it's really precise. And this one have a lot of communication, as you see. So we can see the variation of the temperature based on time, and you can even put threshold. So for example, you want to have a threshold, we can create alarms. Same thing with the battery. So yeah, as you see, the battery is moving a lot based on the number of ping they need to send. This is the pressure, and you can know exactly what's the pattern. Same thing with the humidity. The impact, you don't have a lot of impact. Impact is at 0 all the time, so that means it's no harsh deceleration. And this is the light. So as soon as someone put the device, we have the number of locks we can measure. The RSSI is the signal strength of the module, so we can know if you have a good connection or a bad connection from where the device is. But let's go back right now at the reports. If we want to have a little bit more information about the reports from the device, so let's go back to, again, the information. I'm going to use the device in Miami because it's hot and it's kind of easier to see for the reports. Oh, before, it's important again to show you the position history. So as you see, we can know exactly where the device is going. So the equipment moved from Miami downtown to that location, another location, can go to a lot of different places. So we can see the device go from Montreal to Miami directly. And even if you want to have more precision, we can have all the communications been in the same area. Since right now it's the COVID, I can see that person just walk around his house all the time. And if we want to have more information, so I'm going to take one device, and this is the report. So I want to know all the voltage, the temperature, the location, the light measurement, every information. Right now we can export that information to a raw table to use it for data plan for AI. Let's say you want to create a pattern related with the temperature and action. So it could be related with automation. You can have that information and creating alerts related with. So in that case, if something is going on, I want to have an alarms. When the temperature is now 60 Fahrenheit, I can have it. And another cool function I want to show you. Going back to the device. Geofencing. That's a cool feature. You want to know exactly when that device is going outside that geofence, going to receive an alarm. So right now, this one is near the struck. What I want to do, it's as soon as he's moving outside that circle, I'm going to receive an alarm. So you can know when someone come in or come out. So I can create that same type of circle. As soon as this equipment is going in that circle, I'm going to receive an alarm when I'm leaving. So that's another feature of we call it the geofencing equipment. So now let's go to Mexico. So we have the equipment in Mexico. So we saw the dashboard. We saw the position history in the geofence. Let's see the alerts now. So as you see, we can have alerts. This one is based on Mexico battery, receiving an alarms based on high temperature. So high temperature. As soon as we have something, we can creating an alert based on, depending on what you need. Could be location, could be temperature. So right now that's 31.09 Celsius and receive an alarm just as a test, and the location. So we can have that type of alerts and reports. So this is a reports, as I said before. So instead of just looking at the reports, you have the alerts directly. So this is the global overview of our solution. So we're talking at the beginning at a global SIM card. We can work same SIM card. You can follow the equipment between Canada and Mexico without any roaming charge. That's all included in the solution. We have multiple information from the dashboard. So I'm going to show you again. So I have the temperature, the battery, humidity, lux, pressure, signal strength, and impact. Impact is related with the accelerometer. And we have the GPS, it's really important, and the assisted GPS. So we have both. So this is the type of information you get with the CxC Smart Tracking. And as I say, Convergia is not just bringing the SIM connectivity and the solution, but it is bringing the application at the same time. So it's an all package about sensors, gateway, cell network, cloud, and even tracking the information through an application. So this is where we can bring some value to the customer. So this is the end of the demo. So thanks a lot for everything. Right now, I'm going to go to the Q&A, and if you have any question, please, it's now the time to discuss about any type of use case, technology, sensors, coverage about this solution. So the first question is, what type of module are you working with? That's an excellent question. So we're working with a CAT-M module and an NB-IoT module. So what is it exactly? It's an LP1 module. So LP1 technology is a low power, wide area network. What does that mean exactly? That's create the possibility to have really a low power solution. So the power energy is really low. So we can use that battery to have 8 years of life expectancy, instead of a couple of months. The second question is, what is the data consumption and in what country? Since we're using an LP1 technology module, the data consumption is really low. It's less than 2 megs per month. And right now, the solution we're working on, since I discussed before in a previous webinar, we are in Convergia using many MNOs, many MVNOs. We are an MVNA. And in that case, that's going to work for Canada, US, and Mexico without any roaming fee. What is the cost with Global SIM monthly? The cost is really, really low. Since we're talking about LP1 solution, we're talking about a couple of dollars related with cost. So since we don't use a lot of communication, what we're talking about, it's one communication per day, and we're gonna have all the information related with the sensor. So GPS location, temperature, humidity, pressure, G-force, lumens, all that type of information is going to be sent once per day. The main idea of that configuration, and don't forget this is customable, is to save the battery to have a better life expectancy. And we have a question now. This is a good one. Do we have a solar version? Yes, we have. A lot of people ask us this question. Since we have the regular version without any panel solar on it, and we have the solar version. So the main idea of that, it's if you're using that device outside, the sun gonna recharge a battery by itself. So you can have many communication per day, and each time you have sun directly over the device is gonna recharge. Normally, the time to fully recharge a device, we're talking about 20 to 40 hours of direct sun. Do we have any more questions? I believe it's all for the moment. So as I discussed in a previous webinar, this solution, the CxC asset tracking, is working with our CxC SIM connectivity solution. So both of them are working together to have that type of IoT solution. So I'm glad if you enjoyed this webinar, please feel free to contact any one of our sales rep between US, Mexico, Canada to have more information about that solution and how this solution can help you with your business. Have a nice day. Thank you.